Hi, and welcome to the December edition of ICOtec's Recap. December again was a lot like the month of November for us. We had a lot of rain and a lot of wind. And then we also had to factor in Ohio's rifle seasons for whitetails. So we were limited as it was with the rifle seasons, and then when the rain and the winds kept, that pattern was here, we wasn't able to get out and hunt much. Well, towards the end of the month, weather finally straightened up. Whitetail seasons were done with, so it's time to get after them. Well, I got out by myself and was able to scratch a couple coyotes out, put two in the truck, and both of them kind of interesting hunts. Multiples on the one, guess a multiple on the second, but the second hunt is one that you can learn from, I think, and that is, once you start shooting, stand's not always over. So we'll get back to that after we watch this footage. Oh my, out tonight by myself, and just called in 3-4 coyotes. The old Night Stalker, ICOtec Night Stalker. Man, the vocals running through these things just sound so realistic. Start that standoff, I ran a couple howls, and they all answered me. Is up over the hill, and then switched it to a junior cottontail, and after, I don't know, it wasn't quite 5 minutes, group of them all split apart coming over the hill. They got down into that fence line. This one finally found a hole in that fence, came through it, and as she was coming out into the field, I happened to look to the right, and hell, there was another one already in the field. I didn't know it, coming from over my right shoulder. I don't know where it come from, but after the first shot went off on this one, it ran. It finally stopped. It was a long ways out there. Plus, it was on the back side of the tree line. I probably should have just let it go, but I was getting a little greedy and took a shot, missed, but oh well, got one. Gonna load all this stuff up and keep at it. That was a heck of a drag right there. But I guess that's what I get for missing. Damn, how I missed that first shot. I sure did. Whiffed the first shot. The howls right in. And then I shut the howls off and hung up. So I went to baby cottontail, and boom, it just started running my way. Shut it off, stop, nice comfortable range, and I whiffed. Whiffed big time. Off it went to the woods, started screaming, hollering at me, and so I started back with moto, hothead, hammer, and he's just so mouthy, and it just fired I think this coyote up again and just pissed it off. And the second one come from way off in the distance, joined up, and then I switched to, I don't know, fight sounds. It was all fights and vocals after missing. But they come back through, and they ran right through my wind. They wasn't coming no closer. They were just going to cut right on straight through. And I put it out in front of her. It's the female. Put it out in front of her and got her. And that's what I get for missing a long drag like that. But anyhow, it's December 17th, and they were pretty vocal tonight. The howls coming out of the ICOtec Night Stalker, I can't say it enough. It's just deep, rich, unbelievable sound howls coming out of this thing. It's just deadly on them. Just to load up, I'm ready for bed. Both females tonight, neither one of them spotting yet. I mean, that just goes to show, once you shoot, it ain't always over. It's not always, it's not it. It's not always over. Keep calling. So that second hunt, you know, how I missed the first time, I really don't know. I wish I would have been able to drop it right there because I wouldn't have had such a long drag, but I missed. That coyote made it back to the woods, really started cussing me out. So I got back in his face. You know, aggressive howls right back at him. A lot of fights, pups squalling, squeals, growling, barking, howling. Well, all that commotion brought in a second coyote from a distance, and it joined up with the one that, you know, I'd missed, and it didn't fully understand what was going on, and it ended up pulling that coyote, I think, you know, with it to come in and investigate, but they wouldn't come completely all the way in. They had hit my scent cone, and I think that's what, you know, why they kept their distance. A lot of times I've seen coyotes go right through that scent cone when you've got them really worked up with aggressive focals. But these two wasn't coming any closer. You know, I got lucky. I will admit, I got lucky. It was 300, I think, and 58 yards after, you know, I'd shot, I ranged it. But I was able to knock the female down and had a long drag back. But that just goes to show it's not always over when you shoot. So keep calling. So now Darin and I are going to head out, see what we can make happen. Hopefully we can run into some coyotes. Well, it is, December 18th, 19th? 19th. Weather's finally broke. It's been nothing but wind and rain, and I think I need new batteries. I do.
Yeah.
I gotta change batteries for a remote. But it's been windy, rainy, just horrible conditions. And then Ohio's got most of their firearm seasons for deer are in December. And when they're in, we can't hunt coyotes at night. So we haven't been able to hunt a whole lot this month, like November, same way.
Yeah, literally.
But what we did do in November was productive. So running a lot of vocals through the ICOtec Night Stalker Plus, they've been working. So we are loading up. We're going to give her a try tonight. Hopefully
See if we can get some dogs to play.
Yeah. We're going to hit an area tonight that we haven't been to for a while, so hopefully it's fresh. We'll see. There's so many people calling nowadays. This coyote calling is getting pretty popular.
Yeah.
So it's hard to find fresh ears anymore. What's that thing you got called? Your target camera?
Long shot.
Long shot. Darin bought a long shot. So he got it figured out. We'll do a little segment using that long shot. It looks like a pretty beneficial piece of equipment when it comes to zeroing your gun and getting to know your gun and distances.
Yeah, you know, you spend so much time going back and forth, especially when you get out 300-400 yards. So we're going to set a camera up that we could sit in our spot, and well, the coyotes are howling already.
Yeah. Got it howling down in the bottom.
So we're hoping to cut down on the time
Yeah, that'll
of zeroing our guns, because we spend as much time driving as we do shooting.
Yeah. I can't wait to get a nice day to do that. That'll be fun. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. The exact same size as the hole.
All right, we're ready.
270. I'm trying. On 3. Oh, keep moving. Did you shoot? We shot at the exact same time. Sounded like one gun. Coyote. It's my goodness.
Oh.
Little female. Wow. Well, that was
Quite the recovery on this one.
yeah, we just second stand and oh my goodness, some spray distress and howls out of the Night Stalker, and I don't know, 10 minutes into the stand.
Yeah, it just kind of showed up out of nowhere.
Just showed up. Come in leisurely. Wasn't hot to trot, but we did the countdown. We do a 1, 2, and shoot on 3, and we both shot identical, simultaneous. Bump, dropped, and he gets up and takes off running.
Yeah.
After a 243 and a 6 Creedmoor. And then Darin finished him off with a second shot. And then we lost about an hour looking for the thing out in the corn stubble. We got into a big pile of grass and
He buried himself in grass
we got him
before the last shot.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a long night and one coyote to show for it. Darn it. But it's starting to snow. But Darren's got to be up early, so he's going to go home and get some sleep. And we will get back after him probably, I don't know, we got bonus gun weekend this weekend for deer in Ohio, so we can't coyote hunt at night.
Maybe after we get done eating Christmas ham.
Yeah.
Go walk it off.
Another coyote to skin out, huh?
Yeah, he'll get skinned.
Yeah.
One's better than 0.
Always. Darren and I made it out for a whole night of calling. Coyotes wasn't playing very well. You know, we were able to put one in the truck, and that one actually ate up a lot of our time because we spent like almost an hour and a half just trying to find it in the corn stubble field. It made it into a patch of tall grass, and we couldn't see it with the thermal, and we looked and looked and looked and finally found it. But one thing I did learn after that hunt was I ordered a laser to attach to my gun. That way when you're done and the action is completely over, you can point your gun at where the coyote was last observed, turn that laser on, follow it out, hopefully find your coyote. So lesson learned there. Definitely got them on the guns now. But December wasn't too fruitful, but we did manage, you know, each time we went out, we got coyotes. So looking forward to January now that the weather patterns have hopefully straightened up. It's colder, less wind, definitely less rain. It's turned to snow, so we can hunt in the snow. But looking forward to January. So appreciate you watching, and we'll see you after January.